absolutely going nuts. Crowd loving it. It's a ball, fly ball. Home run!
2, 1. Alright guys, hope you tuned in last week to hear our picks from, what would you call it, the
Divisional
playoff championships for the NFL. And how did we do last week?
Not so good. Not so good. I know I was 500 because the 2 Saturday games kind of screwed me. I lost both those games. I didn't expect, I figured the Broncos were going to run with that one, and they didn't. And I expected the Packers to beat the 49ers, but they didn't.
Right. And I had the Broncos as well, but I had the 49ers.
Yeah.
And then I had the Falcons, and I had the Patriots.
Yeah, so did I. So you were 3-1?
3-1.
3-1, I was 2-2.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I beat you in fantasy this year. So that just means that I know my football.
Well, some crazy close games last week, though. And that Broncos game cheesed me off. I really thought the Broncos mismanaged the clock near the end of the game there. I mean, you let Peyton Manning throw the ball. You go for the first down. You don't let the Ravens have the ball back. The Ravens are a big threat team with Joe Flacco. You give them time, and sure enough, what happens? Tie the game up. Game was over.
So it happened in professional sports.
Big world of sports. When you get a defensive coach trying to coach an offensive guy like Peyton, and what does he do? It's like, let's put it in the hands of the defense. And what does the defense do? They give up a huge bomb. Very next play, very next possession, and the Ravens tied up. Unbelievable.
I mean, the safety definitely let the guy get behind him too, which is sort of a no-no.
And I mean, people are making a thing about Peyton's interceptions in the overtime, but they never should have got that far. Bad interceptions, never should have got there.
All right, so moving into the championship games for the NFC and the AFC this week. Let's start with this. The first game will be at 3 o'clock on Fox and CTV in Canada. We got the 49ers, 11-4-1 this year, 5-3 away. Heading into Atlanta, who's 13-3, is 7-1 at home, and the line looks like it's going to be San Francisco, the favorite by 3.5 or 4, depending on what you see.
Yeah. Well, and this one's an interesting one. I think San Fran looks like the stronger team, but again, you have them traveling across country. They're playing in a dome. They're used to playing outside, and they're playing on the road against Atlanta, who's 7-1 at home. You look at that. Those factors, and Atlanta should win, but I think San Francisco is a much stronger team and a much hotter team right now, so I gotta pick the 49ers in this one. I don't see the Falcons winning, although part of me says they should win.
This one's a tough one for me, only because I think the Falcons last week, the fact that they won a playoff game, I think that bodes really well for their confidence, and I think teams that run on confidence, especially in playoff time, do well. Even though it was a close game last week, I think the Falcons probably feel good about themselves getting to this point. Now, hopefully, they're not, satisfied at this point. I know that they're 21st in defensive on the run game, which could be hurt them, especially seeing how the 49ers quarterback sort of ran shot last week in the playoff.
Well, and the 49ers have Frank Gore too, right? I mean, Gore can run if they keep Kaepernick bottled up. Gore can run the hell out of the ball as well. So.
But you picked the 49ers. I probably would ideally pick the 49ers, but just because there's only 2 games here, I'm going to go with the Falcons. I do see the Falcons having some confidence there, playing at home, being 7-1 on the season. I think they have a chance to sort of stun the world and pull sort of an upset, even though they're playing at home.
But I'm going to have some friends down there in that game. They sit right down the field level. So I'm going to try. I know one of them has a Twitter account. I'm going to try to get him to do some tweeting about the game live. But he'll probably forget his phone on the plane. So we'll see. I'll try.
All right, guys. So moving on to the second game, we got 6:30 game Eastern time on CBS or CTV in Canada. We got the Red Hot Ravens, who I would not have suggested would have been here this week. We're 10-6 on the season, 4-4 away from Baltimore. Heading into the Patriots, 12-4 on the season, 6-2 at home. It's a heavy favorite for New England this week, up by 9 is sort of the line. ESPN has an insider saying that the Patriots should be favored only by 4. Ryan, how do you see this playing out?
Well, I picked the Patriots to win the start of the season, so I got to stick with them, and I would anyway. Even if I hadn't picked them in this matchup, I hadn't picked them to go this far. I would pick them in this matchup. The Ravens never should have gotten this far. It was kind of a luck win last week over Denver, as I already said. I think Denver should be there. But anyway, I'll pick the Patriots because I picked them to win it all. My season preview.
I would love to go against you on this one, but I didn't think the Ravens would even get out of the first game. So I'm definitely going with the Patriots here. Either way, I think if the Patriots can pull out this game out, I mean, that'll be the end of Ray Lewis's career, which is, too bad. He had a great career. But I think the Patriots is just too strong, and I think either way they play the Falcons or the 49ers in the Super Bowl, that should be a great Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't think the Patriots are even rolling yet, to be honest with you. They had a first week bye. I think they were just getting some of the kinks out last week. I think they could be rolling by the time the Super Bowl actually comes around.
So let's see if Ryan and I are right. So far, I've been a little bit better than Ryan has.
Yeah. I am notoriously bad picking playoff matchups. It's amazing. And my uncle who was in our pool, I do it with him every year. He just roasts me every year, and it's amazing how horrible I get in the playoffs with this stuff.
It's also amazing how great I am at it. Anyways, you can follow Ryan on Twitter, rdon1sekleft, and we have a main Twitter page at 1sekleft on Twitter. We also have Facebook. Anything you can think about, we're on it. Obviously, our website, 1sekleft.com. And follow us. Let us know what your predictions are. We love hearing from you guys because it's directed at you. You are the fans, and we're fans ourselves. It's sort of shooting the shit as it were with other fans.
It's